Hello and very welcome everyone to this particular session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs for 27th and 28th of October 2024. So let's start our session and let's see that what are the things we are going to cover in this particular topic. So before we start, these are the topics we are going to see. Like I have a lot of things like international, national and state news for you. Also included banking and finance, science and technology news. I have also attached sports, important days, news regarding ranks and reports, awards and recognition, summits and conference. At last, I have also taught about the appointments and resignations. And at last, we will summarize all the topics under this particular session. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So, the first news that I have today is regarding US, Japan, and South Korea collaborates on India digital infrastructure. So, digital infrastructure growth initiative for India was announced, and under this, US, Japan, and South Korea are collaborating for this particular infrastructure development. It involves US International Development Finance Corporation, Japan Bank for International Cooperation, and Korea Exim Bank. Target advancement in 5G, Open RAN, submarine cables, optical fiber networks, data centers, smart cities, e-commerce, AI, and quantum technology. So all this will be developed under the US, Japan, and South Korea collaboration, and this would all be working together for the development of India's digital infrastructure. So please remember, USA, Japan, and South Korea are coming together. Just to add into your memory, if I talk about Japan Sao gold mines were also added into the UNESCO mines recently during the 46th meeting in New Delhi. And apart from that, if we talk about South Korea, the capital of South Korea is Seoul, and USA is particularly in collaboration with India for a lot of things, and particularly USA is one of the largest manufacturer of weapons in the industry according to the SIPRI report as well. And recently the new prime minister of Japan was also came to the power. Salt typhoon, Chinese espionage group targets Trump and Pence in 2024. So a Chinese hacking group named as Salt Typhoon allegedly targeted the phone data of Donald Trump and JD Vance. Democratic figures, including staff from Vice President Kamala Harris' campaign, were also targeted. Investigators are assessing if communications data were accessed and monitored. The Trump campaign was informed about the breach, raising national security concerns. So, I hope you remember around June or July, Mr. Trump was about to be assassinated by a particular target assassination that was done by a person. And after that, the security concerns were under the particular discussion of USA. And now the cyber security concern is also there, as some of the data of Donald Trump and JD Vance have been breached. Also, if we talk about on the other side the Democratic Party, as Trump is from Republican Party, if we talk about the Democratic Party, then Vice President Kamala Harris is particularly under investigation, as her particular data has also been targeted to be breached. So it is all under the Salt Typhoon hacking group that is coming from China. FATF revised grey list criteria to focus on national posing great risk to global financial system. So FATF is a financial action task force, and it has revised the criteria for placing a country on its grey list. First of all, FATF work towards monitoring the funding of money and the use of money by any country in which sector they are particularly using. So if any country is found to be using money in illegal activities, and also especially for the terrorist activities funding, then in that case FATF particularly put them in blacklist or grey list category. If any country has been put into blacklist and grey list category, then that particular loan, acquiring the loan or getting the loan from international banks would be difficult for them, and also a financial help will also be difficult for them. So that is the importance of FATF grey list. And now they have particularly revised the criteria of the placing the countries. The changes aims to reduce the burden on least developed countries and focus on nations posing significant risk. LDCs will not be prioritized for active review unless they pose serious risk like money laundering or terrorist financing. So, under this particular thing, as I said, that LDC will not be prioritized for active review unless they possess serious risk like money laundering or terrorist financing. Revised criteria will be applicable in the next round of assessment, potentially reducing the number of low capacity countries listed. So, all this has been done under the FATF's revised grey listing criteria. Decode PM address in the 115th episode of Man Ki Baat. So, the Prime Minister of India discussed the nation's unity and cultural heritage and emphasized the importance of self reliance and technological advancement. So, basically, three things have been discussed. One is the unity and cultural heritage, that is the importance and the priority of our country always, and it is also the part of fundamental duties as well. Another thing that he has discussed in the Man Ki Baat 115th episode is the self-reliance. That is Atmanirbhar Bharat vision, under which we are developing a lot of things with the help of other countries as well. And technological advancement, the particular advancement we require in the field of AI and other particular technologies these days. India's journey of resilience and progress was also discussed, celebrated the country's diverse culture, tapestry, and strides in innovation. So, just to add to this, 25th Hornbill Festival to be held in Nagaland, and the focus country is Wales. And apart from that, particularly if we talk about the diverse culture and heritage, Indian Film Festival, International Film Festival of India, is going to be organized in Goa. Focus country is Australia. Apart from that, uh, recently different type of celebrations were under the observation, and also Diwali celebration is ahead. So before that, this particular type of talk will be very good with the people of this country. Center to begin census from 2025. So central government will start the census exercise in 2025, aiming for completion by 2026. So as we know, the last census was done in 2011. The report came in 2011, when we get to know that we have become 121 crore at that time. And now another census was to be aligned in 2021, but as we know that in 2020 and 2021 COVID-19 was there, and it was prevailing in the whole world and in our country as well. So at that time it was very difficult to get this census or to get the counting. So now the government has declared that in 2025 the census is going to be done, and 2026 by 2026 it is going to be completed. Post census, BJP led government plans a delimitation exercise for Lok Sabha seats. So it is regarding the increment of seats in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. As we know that in 2026 is the year by which the Lok Sabha seats have been freezed in the year 2001. So now as we approach toward 2006, so we need to do some changes in this, and for that purpose particularly the BJP is going to create the new census, and on the basis of that the new delimitation exercise is going to be held. The delimitation exercise is expected to be finalized by 2028 before the 2029 general elections of the Lok Sabha. Railway Protection Force unveils digital memorial of Vellore. So the Railway Protection Force launched the digital memorial of Vellore on 25th of October. So remember, RPF, they have launched a digital memorial of Vellore regarding the sacrifice and bravery that was shown by the Railway Protection Force. The memorial is dedicated to honoring the sacrifice of RPF personnel. It commemorates who had laid down their lives in the line of duty. The initiative was unveiled in New Delhi. Remember that. Regional Connectivity Scheme, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, complete 8 years. So we discussed it in last session also. Let's just revise it. So Regional Connectivity Scheme, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik, completed 8th year of the anniversary. It was started on 21st of October 2016. Under this, the Indian National Civil Aviation Plan, a policy of 2016. The purpose behind is to particularly provide the flight transport or airline transport to the each and every person in this country, either coming from middle class families or lower middle class families. Union Minister Kinjarappu Ram Mohan Naidu attended the event marking this milestone. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the first RCS Udan flight from Shimla to Delhi on 27th of April 2017. So first of its kind, Udan, the regional connectivity scheme Udan civil flight was started from Shimla to Delhi in 2017, and so far a lot of regional connectivity scheme, the particular aviation sector, have been created all over the country. The latest one was in Saranpur in Uttar Pradesh. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change declares Namdapha National Park and Kamlag Wildlife Sanctuary in Arunachal Pradesh as ESZ. So, what is ESZ and all that? Let's see. So, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change designated Namdapha National Park and Kamlang Wildlife Sanctuary as eco-sensitive zones. The designation aims to protect the rich biodiversity and unique landscape of these areas. So sometimes just to give the name of the national park and bio reserve is not enough. We have to declare eco-sensitive zones. That means the fauna and flora that is found in these forests are way to be endangered, and they need to be protected under the conservation plan of our country. And for that purpose, these two particular sanctuaries and national park have been declared as the eco-sensitive zones. Namdapha National Park is one of the India's largest and most biological diverse protected areas. Kamlag Wildlife Sanctuary was declared the 50th Tiger Reserve of India in 2016. Recently, Bihar has also declared the second Tiger Reserve, the Kamur Tiger Reserve, to be created, and particularly it will be the second one after the Valmiki Tiger Reserve in Bihar. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank receives RBI approval for foreign exchange services. We discussed about this as well. So Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, which recently also declared Sunil Chetri as the brand ambassador, secured the approval from the Reserve Bank of India for foreign exchange service. That means now they will be able to handle the foreign exchange and all the other things and all type of foreign banking services that will be available in the Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. Now they have received the authorized dealer category 1 license and allows the bank to offer comprehensive range of foreign exchange products and services. As I said, aligns with the banking strategy to enhance its soft service offerings. Ministry of Rural Development signs MOU with 10 banks to empower rural women entrepreneurs through financial support. So Ministry of Rural Development signed MOU with the 9 public sector banks and 1 private sector bank under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Mission, Livelihood Mission. So basically under the rural development, and they are collaborating with the 9 public sector bank and private sector bank to under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana to provide the national rural livelihood. So basically the necessities thing for the livelihood of any person, this will be given. The MORD is coming with 10 banks to empower the rural women entrepreneurs. The initiative supports the Lakpati Didi scheme, aiming to help rural women becoming financially independent. What is Lakpati Didi? All those entrepreneurs in the rural areas, especially the women who are able to create 1 lakh annual income or more, are known as Lakpati Didi. The new loan product will offer a larger loan to rural women for their scale their business. Banks also encourage to provide financial assistance to the self-help group members to start and expand their business. So self-help group is another group in rural areas. They are basically working in 2 or 3 things. One is to create enterprise or small enterprises in the areas. Second, to take out all the service to the rural areas so that people will avail these services. And also these particular women are particularly doing work in the development and providing jobs to the women and other people in the rural area. So that is known as the self-help group. And under that, the financial assistance is also being given under this particular scheme. Kotak brands BKC station as the Kotak Bandra Kurla Complex Metro Station. So Kotak Mahindra Group has branded the BKC station of Metro 3 Aqua Line in Mumbai as Kotak Bandra Kurla Complex Metro Station. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicated the first phase of the Aqua Line, the Mumbai's first underground metro, at the newly branded station. Okay, so recently what has happened that the new underground substation has been created, and the Kotak brands BKC station as the Kotak Bandra Kurla Complex Metro Station. So basically, they are provided the name to this particular as they are giving fundings and providing some particular financial help to for the infrastructure of this station. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicated the first phase of the Aqualine into the Mumbai first underground metro. Station features modern amenities and including automated ticketing system and digital bank branch. Kotak has also secured branding rights of the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus metro station. Also, to add to this, recently European Investment Bank is coming together with Bangalore so that they can create underground substations and metro stations in Bangalore to particularly make relief in the Bangalore congestion from the traffic. RBI approves Piramal Payment Service to launch Piramal Pay prepaid payment instrument. So Piramal Payment Service Limited, as a particularly a healthcare sector company, they have received approval from the Reserve Bank of India to launch Piramal Pay. Authorization was granted under the Payment of Settlement System Act. Piramal Pay aims to provide seamless, secure, and convenient financial transactions for individuals and business. So they are also putting their hand into the fintech sector, and now Piramal payment or service will now be available under the RBI Regulation Act. And also to add to this, recently Global Fintech Investment Summit was held in Mumbai. Incorp Global becomes the first firm at GIFT IFSC to receive BATF license approval. So Incorp Global Pte Limited is a first firm at GIFT IFSC to obtain a BATF. What is BATF? Bookkeeping, accounting, taxation, and financial crime compliance license. So all these things will be taken care by this company, and they got this license to work in the at the GIFT IFSC. The license allows the Incorp Global to offer BATF service beyond banking, financial service, and insurance. The service under the license align with the internationally recognized benchmarks. The firm capabilities in areas such as anti-money laundering and know your customer compliance. Highlights of IEA's World Energy Outlook 2024. So recently, the report was presented by IEA, that is International Energy Agency. Just to add to this, recently IIT, the Indian Institute of Indian Institute of Technology, they have collaborated with IEA to create new type of technologies for the betterment of green technology in the world. They have released its flagship report, World Energy Outlook 2024. It reports states that India is on track to become the third largest economy by 2028. It emphasized the world entering the age of electricity with significant growth in the global power demand. Electric vehicles are projected to account for 50% of new car sales by 2030. So they are also saying that by 2030, 50% of the sales would be from electric vehicles only. Google made AI-led collaboration for India's health, sustainability, and agricultural sector. So Google announced the AI-led collaboration aimed at enhancing India's healthcare, sustainability, and agriculture sector. Just to add to this, recently Google AI, that is the Gemini AI, they are collaborating or they are coming together with Adani Group as they want to create more energy, more global green energy transformation. So for this purpose, Adani Group is coming together with Google AI, that is Gemini. So now Google announced AI-led collaboration aimed at enhancing India's healthcare, agriculture, and sustainability. So Google AI will be working in these three sectors. Partnership include Forest Health for diabetic retinopathy screening and Oro Lab for AI-driven healthcare solutions. So in the sector of health, they are particularly providing different type of laboratories for different type of tests. Google is working on providing 6 million diabetic retinopathy screening over the next decade at no cost. So basically, Google wants to provide 6 million, that is 60 lakh diabetic retinopathy screenings that will help in detecting the diabetic patients. Circular net model will help improve urban waste management by automating the sorting of plastic waste. So this will all be done under this particular category. Formula One Ferrari's Charles Leclerc won the 2024 United States Grand Prix. So Charles Leclerc of Ferrari won the 2024 United States Grand Prix held in Austin, Texas. This marks Leclerc's third title of 2024 season after Italy GP and Monaco GP. So this was the third title in 2024 as he won the United States Grand Prix. Ferrari's Carlos Sainz finished second and Red Bull's Max Verstappen finished third. This victory is Ferrari's first US GP win since 2018. So Ferraris means that this particular person is being funded by Ferrari for this particular type of tournament. International Animation Day history significance. International Animation Day was created by ASIFA in 2002 to honor the origin and influence of animation. It commemorates the first public projection of animated images by Emily Rion in Paris. IAD is held annually on 28th of October. International Day of Care and Support. So basically, the observed annually on 29th of October honors the accomplishment of caregivers, promote law programs that enhances care in all its forms, celebrates the role of compassion, solidarity, and care in building inclusive communities. So for this purpose, International Day of Care and Support is being dedicated 29th of October. Vigilance Awareness Week. So basically, the particular day that is dedicated to to combat the corruption has been given. The initiative by the Central Vigilance Commission to combat corruption in India focuses on awareness, education, and active citizen participation to curb the corruption part. Aligns with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's birth anniversary. That is also the National Unity Day on 31st of October. Aims to strengthen ethics and transparency within the governance and public administration. So this is all done under the Vigilance Awareness Week. And remember that it is being aligned with the 31st of October, that is the National Unity Day. October 27, Indian Army Infantry Day. So if we talk about the Indian Army Day, that is on 15th of January. Okay. But when we talk about Indian Army, particular type of sector, that is the infantry, that is the front line of the Indian Army. So a day is dedicated to them as well. That is 27th of October. Commemorate the role of the infantry in protecting the nation's sovereignty, because this is the front line of army that is always in front to protect our country and to defeat the enemies. Marks the landing of the 1st Battalion of the Sikh Regiment at Srinagar Airfield in 1947. The pivotal moment in the defense of Jammu Kashmir against invading forces. So some of the very famous infantries are like the Gorkha Rifles, Jammu Kashmir Rifles, Rajputana Rifles. Okay, and these are some of the very famous infantry units, and particular day is dedicated to them, that is 27th of October. International Abhidham Divas, 17th October. So International Abhidham Divas was celebrated on 17th of October 2024. Abhidham is a term that is associated with Buddhism. If we talk about Abhidham, then you must know that there were three Pitaks or three books of Buddhism: Sut Pitak, Vinay Pitak, Abhidham Pitak. Sut Pitak is related to the sermons of Gautam Buddha. Vinay Pitak is related to the rules and regulations of the Buddhism, of the Dham, of the Sangh. And Abhidham Pitak is related to the philosophy. What is the philosophy of Buddhism? That is all said under Abhidham Pitak. So International Abhidham Divas is being dedicated on 17th of October. The day commemorates the descent of Lord Buddha from Tava Timsa Devlok to Sankasya. Celebration coincides with the end of the first rainy retreat, Vasa and Pavarana festival. Pavarana Day is celebrated on full moon day on 11th lunar month, usually in October. So remember, International Abhidham Divas is dedicated on 17th of October. World Trauma Day. Trauma Day is observed on 17th of October, aligned with the Abhidham Divas, to create awareness about the trauma. Trauma is a kind of a thing that happens to any person regarding anything. If some person has been exposed to any kind of accident, some kind of incident in his life, any kind of trauma can be there. So these traumas, for to particular create awareness regarding the traumas, 17th of October is dedicated to this day. The day supports trauma victims, educate people on preventive measures. The theme of the World Trauma Day 2024 is workplace injuries, prevention and management. This year marks the 14th observance of World Trauma Day. India ranks 79th in the World Justice Project's Rule of Law Index. Just to refresh your memory, in Hunger Index, India's rank is 105. In Handley Passport Index 2024, India's ranking is 82. And in Global Innovation Index, India's ranking is 126. And to add to this, India's rank 79th in the out of 142 countries in World Justice Project's Rule of Law Index. That means particularly that index in which we can see that which country is providing justice, and as well as there are rule of law. That means the law prevails in that country. So in that category, India is 79th out of 142 countries, reflecting continuing decline in the rule of law globally. India experienced a drop in several key areas, particularly in fundamental rights. So, the reason behind the declination of India's ranking in this category is because that particularly India, some type of issues are going on, and particularly in the face of fundamental rights giving. Issues such as corruption, judicial inefficiency, government outreach, overreach contribution to the decline. NCPCR report, India has over 11.5 lakh children vulnerable to child marriage. So, National Commission of Protection of the Child Rights report over 11.5 lakh children vulnerable to child marriage in 2023-2024. So, basically, the National Commission for Protecting of Child Rights reported over 11.5 lakh children. Uttar Pradesh topped the list with over 5 lakh vulnerable children, followed by Assam and Madhya Pradesh. The report highlights that most of these children are school dropouts or have been irregular in attendance. No vulnerable children were identified in the Union Territories of Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, under this purpose, particularly NCPCR report is talking about the importance of vulnerable children vulnerable to the child marriage. SBI named Best Bank in India for 2024 by Global Finance magazine. So recently, SBI, one of the largest bank of India, awarded the title of Best Bank in India for 2024. Award was presented during the 31st annual Best Bank Award in Washington. SBI chairman C.S. Shetty, who recently was appointed as the chairman, accepted the award, highlights the bank dedication to exceptional service. Recognition underscores SBI's role in promoting financial inclusion and customer trust. So, for this purpose, SBI named the best bank in India by 2024 Global Finance magazine. Bibhav Talukdar wins IUCN's Top Conservation Leadership Award. So, Bibhav Kumar Talukdar awarded the Harry Messel Award for Conservation Leadership by IUCN, recognized for his contribution to species conservation, particularly for Asian rhinos. Talukdar has been associated with IUCN SSC since 1991, become chair of the Asian Rhino Specialist Group in 2008. So, for this purpose, Bibhav Talukdar wins the IUCN Top Conservation Leadership Award. Remember this name. Sohari paintings, a gift to Russian President Vladimir Putin. So recently, Mr. Narendra Modi was on a visit to Russia for the BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia. It was to be held in Brazil, but Brazil is going to host G21 summit. So the BRICS summit was held in Russia. So gift include Jharkhand Sohari paintings and Maharashtra mother of pearl seashell vase and Varli painting. So these gifts, which are given from one country to another's leader, are the gifts that are not given to the person but for the country. So any gift that is being given to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi also, that is a gift that is given to the country and not to the person. Okay, so please remember that. So each item was selected for its cultural significance and historical roots. These gifts served as cultural ambassador promoting India indigenous art globally. Bhubaneswar Public Transport System shines at UMI 2024. So 17th Urban Mobility India Conference and Exhibition concluded in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So under this, the event was led by Union Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs and Power Shri Manohar Lal Khattar and focused on advancement in sustainable urban mobility solutions. So particularly the Union Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and Power is particularly started the Bhubaneswar public transport system under the 17th Urban Mobility India Conference held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Focused on the advancement in sustainable urban mobility, brought together key stakeholders and experts to discuss urban mobility advancements. Deepak Agrawal appointed as the managing director of NAFED by appointment committee of the cabinet. So Deepak Agrawal, 2000 batch IS officer from Uttar Pradesh cadre, appointed as the MD of NAFED. The appointment is for a period of 5 years. Aim is to enhance the efficiency and reach of NAFED. NAFED is a private organization in the field of agriculture sector in India. So remember, Deepak Agrawal has been appointed to this post. UK's Tom Fletcher appointed as Under Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator. So if we talk about UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres appointed as the Tom Fletcher as Under Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator. Tom Fletcher will succeed Martin Griffiths, who stepped down due to health reasons. Joyce Misua will serve as acting Under General Secretary General until Tom Fletcher assumes his position. Tom Fletcher is currently the principal of Hertford College, Oxford, and has served as the UK's ambassador to Lebanon. So remember the name, UK's Tom Fletcher, appointed as the US Under Secretary General of the Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator. Recently, Keir Starmer was also appointed as the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. He is coming from the Labour's party, replacing the Conservative Prime Minister that was Mr. Rishi Sunak. And now UK's Tom Fletcher appointed as the Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator. Kaap Sinha appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Punjab. So Kaap Sinha, 1992 batch IS officer, appointed as the Chief Secretary of Punjab. He replaces Anurag Verma, appointed as the 43rd Secretary of Punjab. Kaap Sinha will also hold the additional charge of Principal Secretary, Personal Vigilance and General Administration. He served as a Special Secretary in various departments including Revenue and Agriculture. Let's summarize that what we have learned so far. So first of all, US, Japan, South Korea collaborated on India's digital infrastructure. Salt Typhoon, Chinese espionage group targets Trump and Pence in 2024 US election. FATF revised grey listing criteria to focus on nation posing great risk to global financial system. Decode PM address in the 115th episode of the Mann Ki Baat, in which he talked about the unity and cultural diversity. And apart from that, he also talked about the technological advancement and Atmanirbhar Bharat. Center to begin census from 2025 to increase the seats of Lok Sabha in 2026. Railway Protection Force unveils digital memorial of Vellore. Regional Connectivity Scheme Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik completed 8 years, started in 2016. Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change declares Namdapha National Park and Kamlang Wildlife Sanctuary of Arunachal Pradesh as ESZ. Banking and Finance, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank received RBI approval for foreign exchange services. MOD signs MOU with 10 Bank to empower rural women entrepreneurs. Kotak brands BKC station as the Kotak Bandra Kurla Complex Metro Station, and also Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus Metro Station is also named after the Kotak Bank. RBI approved Piramal Payment Service to be the new type of fintech service or payment service in India. Incorp Global becomes first firm at GIFT IFSC to receive BATF license. Highlights of IEA World Energy Outlook. Google made IAI-led collaboration for India's sectors like health, sustainability and agriculture. Formula 1, Ferrari Charles Leclerc won the 2024 United States Grand Prix. International Animation Day, International Day of Care and Support. Vigilance Awareness Week, 27th of October, Indian Army Infantry Day. 17th of October, International Abhidham Divas. World Trauma Day, 17th October. Indian rank 79 in World Justice Project Rule of Law and Index. NCPCR report, India has over 11.5 lakh children vulnerable to child marriage. SBI named Best Bank of India under the Global Finance magazine. Vibhav Talukdar win IUCN Top Conservation Leadership Award. Sorai painting a gift to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Bhubaneswar's public transport system shines at UMI 2024. Deepak Agrawal appointed as the Managing Director of NAFED by Appointment Committee of the Cabinet. Tom Fletcher appointed as the Under Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinators. Kaap Sinha appointed as the new Chief Secretary of Punjab. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the session and you learned a lot in this particular session. We will meet once again in next session in which we will cover some more topics of the current affairs and some more knowledgeable facts. Till then, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.